Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another exciting episode of Flex, where we flex your mind and absolutely your muscle. I am your host TNG today, and we are getting ready to get into it with another beautiful exercise. So you can see it's a beautiful morning to start exercising. For me, myself, and I am here, and the time is around 4:20 in the evening. For you, it's gonna be 6:30 in the morning, and that is the beautiful part about it. Early hours of the day, late hours of the day, all beautiful for any workout that you may need. So before we get right into it, we'd like to remind you guys to always catch us each and every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday for you to always be able to get our episodes. That is on Dstv channel 285 and Gotv channel 25, and that is at 6:30 a.m. in the morning. That's not right, right? 6:30 a.m. in the morning. 6:30 a.m. a.m. is morning. But yeah, that's not the point, guys. Before we get right into it, we'll be right back after this break. So for us to get into our warm-up segment and then get right into our main workout segments, which is this is gonna be our first segment, and that's gonna be circuit 1. We'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. All right, we are back for our warm-up segment. And in this warm-up segment, we're not going to do a lot. This is just to get our blood rushing. And before you start the engine, before you start driving a car, you always have to start the engine and let it run for a while so that you warm it up. That is what we're going to do. Same thing. The mechanics go the same as the dynamics in our bodies. So we are going to be starting off with a few high knees. So we just, we can have them in a running position or in a tapping position. You're tapping your knees. You can do that for a minute. Okay, and then as you can feel, my breath is already catching up. And then we can go with a few stretches. Basically, you hold your ankle right here, and then you just stretch. Hold it. You do the same. So you get to stretch your thighs, but your hamstrings as well as pelvic area, basically your groin. Again. Okay. All right. That's for our legs. We have stretched them a bit out. So with our arms, we can also just, try to extend your shoulder out a bit, and then do the same. So you try to hold it and you just all the way out. Okay, you repeat. It's like someone is pulling you, you don't want to go, and you're just holding it, resisting, just like that. You'll feel your biceps as well doing this one. Okay, and then we're gonna start a few arm swings, basically. So arm circles, the forward ones. just like that, and then backwards. All right, then we come to our neck. With our neck, you just want to pop have a few pops there, and then you just, go all the way. This will be sunny, but as you can see, I'm also doing a home workout, so you can always get somewhere with shade. I'm doing this for you guys, so that you can see me properly. If I do wear this shade, I won't be able to be seen as well as I should be. That's not good. Whew. Okay, I guess that is our warm-up. So we'll be right back for our first segment, which is segment 1 or circuit 1, before we get into our second circuit and into our cool down. So stick right there, don't go anywhere. We'll be right back with our first circuit. Welcome back once more. As you can see, I have my skip rope, and we are getting ready to have a dive into our first circuit. So what you're gonna do is, I'm gonna do away with the mat, since it's gonna be an obstruction in my workout when it comes to skip rope. So I'm gonna move it to the side, and we're gonna start getting into our skip rope. Different type of styles, you can do that depending on how you like being diverse, or how diverse you like being. Basically, we're gonna be doing 1 minute on, 30 seconds off for 3 rounds. So we're gonna start our timer in 3, 2, and 1. So we go. So this first one, we're doing cardio in our first circuit. So you can do it with one leg as well. Just keep the other leg. You switch basically. This is how it should go. And then that is 1 minute on, 30 seconds off. That's how we're gonna be doing it. So, you feeling it? Because I am. So, just gonna rest, and then we're gonna go again in 10 seconds. Whew. That was a workout. As you can see, beginning to catch my breath. So we go again in another. You can do slower if you want, or you can go faster if you want. Whatever suits you best. So you can. So if you screw up, that's okay. I was trying to be creative, but clearly that didn't work. So we can start, and we're running in position. That might work for you as well. Oof. Spring up a lot now. That's completely normal. So one thing I like about working with skip rope is that you basically work a lot of your muscles. But yeah, 1 minute is over, so we're gonna be resting a bit until 15 seconds, we have more. So we can start again with our final round. Okay. Then after that, we're gonna head into some jumping jacks for another minute on, 30 seconds off. So let's get it. Oof. Messed it up, messed it up, messed it up. But I'll go again. 1, 2. So what you can do is, so double, double, single, single, double. But yeah, messing it up. Let's try it again. Double, double, single, single. So we'll give it 10 more seconds that we lost. So it's double, double, single, single, double, double, single, single, double, double, single, double, double, single, double. Okay, but I guess I'm not getting that rhythm right today for some reason in front of you guys. Embarrassing. But yes, you get the gist. You get the gist of it all. Okay, 10 more seconds. And we are done with our skip rope. That is our end of the skip rope. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna get back to some jumping jacks. We can get a mat back, and then let's see what we can do with it. So jumping jacks, we go in 15 seconds. So you can see, as you can hear, I'm breathing so much. It's because I've been a bit off, not relaxing. So you shouldn't, or been relaxing a bit. So you shouldn't do the same. And we have no longer any more time. We no longer have any more time for us to. We have to get back into work. So I was about to tell you guys a story, but I guess you'll never know. So we start with jumping jacks. I just started. I'm already looking at the time. We are professional. But yeah. More seconds to go. All right, we have come to the end for jumping jacks first round. So we're gonna have 30-minute rest. It will be ending in about 20 seconds. And yes, we will be getting back into it in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So again, getting to our jumping jacks. I think a mosquito bit me. That's not very nice. That's not very nice. Okay, 10 more seconds. And that's it for our jumping jacks. Whew. I should have brought a bottle of water. A bottle of water? I should have brought a bottle of water. But that has been it for our first circuit. We'll be right back as I'm breathing this much. Hopefully I'm not when we get back. We'll be right back for our circuit 2 right after this break. So stay tuned. Don't go anywhere. We will be back again. Welcome back. I don't know how many times I'm going to welcome you guys back, but if you have made it to this section, clap hands for yourself, because you're not a quitter, and I don't like quitters, okay? So this section is called circuit 2. So here we're going to be doing it a bit differently than the first time. So first time was cardio, this time we're going to work on leg work. We're going to have a lot of leg work. We're going to be putting a lot of pressure onto our legs. So, okay, we're gonna start with lunges. So, if you don't know how lunges are, so you just basically go down like that. And then, so these ones are called forward lunges. So, you just try to make sure you have yourself in good angle. Try to stretch as much as you can. And back to the same position. If you want to make it high intensity, you can also carry some dumbbells if you have, and then you just get some weight to it. You can basically, like how I'm mimicking you with a dumbbell, if you have one, So when you go forth, you carry, then you come out. I don't even think I timed myself for this one, but I guess a minute is over. So I'm gonna time myself again for the next one. So we're gonna start. So another one, another angle. These 30 minutes are over for me to get myself ready, and I'm gonna start. The good thing about lunges is they also work on your hamstrings. So if you're not fit enough, you might pull one if you're not careful. So always make sure that you know how much you're working with and how much you can handle, so you don't overwork your muscles. So slow and steady wins the race, man. You are gonna get there. If you wanna aim for 3 minutes of lunges, you gotta start at 30 seconds one day, to a minute in a week, to 2 in a month or so, or 3 weeks, and then to 3 minutes straight after 2 months or so. You don't always have to put a lot of pressure on the body, because you're gonna break it down. Especially the legs. They carry us around everywhere we go. Okay, so we're done with that. We're gonna be working on our next one, which is lunges, not lunges, but this is gonna be squats or squat jumps. So what we're gonna do is you're gonna squat and you jump. Can you do that? I hope so. So let's try to do that. I also hope I can do it for myself after all the leg work I've been doing. A lot. So we start. So we jump, you jump, you jump, you jump, you jump. All right, now we're gonna rest for 10 seconds before we go again. And then, yeah. So 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Jump, jump. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right. We're not gonna put a lot of pressure on the legs, like I said. So we have come to the end of our circuit 2. Slow and steady wins the race. It's not a lot that we did, but trust me, you're gonna feel it the next morning. So we'll be right back for our final segment, which is our cool down, and then we're gonna send you off in a good spirit. So we'll be right back one more time. This is the last time, I promise. So don't go anywhere. That was a beautiful 2 circuits. How do you feel? Beautiful? Tired? Exhausted? Drained? Stressed? Rejuvenated? Or energized? How do you feel? If you're gonna ask me, I'm gonna say I feel quite challenged. I'm not gonna lie. I feel quite challenged. I thought it was gonna be as easy as I thought it would be, but it wasn't. So this is gonna be our last and our final segment, which is our cool down. What we're gonna do with this cool down, we're just gonna be touching our toes here, you know, and then just to stretch our hams as well. Okay, and then some hip twists. Okay, you know, then what we do is we just try to stretch as much as we can back, and then we just hold it right there like Spider-Man's, what do you call it? It's not an interest, I forgot how you call it. It's like when they have their catchphrases, you know, like Spider-Man. But yeah, so this is another stretch that we just had, and then what we can do is we just basically stretch our legs out. You can get to the floor, or you can also just decide to go until this long. And then just hold it. Then some glute bridges. Oof. And then you just, you know, and then you just come back. Ooh. Take 5 of them. Okay. And then you go. 4. Okay. And then you go. 5. All right. Whew. We've come to the end of our episode, guys. Just like that. And as you can see, I've been exhausted. I'm getting a bit of head rush. So I'm just letting it settle down, and it's quite normal. So from me, TNG, and the rest of the crew, it's goodbye. from us. That's Flex. We flex your mind and your muscle. Catch us again at 6:30 on the days that I mentioned, if you remember and if you were paying attention. Goodbye.